Hey there, Jillian from Gulf Coast Canine, and we're out doing a walk today. Typically hate holding my phone and talking to it while I'm working with the dog. However, it's one of my dogs, and so she kind of knows the drill. But I think it's really important that we talk a little bit about healing and what walking should look like and giving our dogs some kind of biological fulfillment. Now, my dog Snitch that I happen to be walking with right now, there she is, my cute little Labby McMuffin. So right now she's in her what I call easy command, which means that we're walking and there are some expectations. However, her expectations are kind of minimal. I just don't want her pulling me on the leash. I don't want her causing tension on the leash. However, she's a little bit more free to do what she wants. And that could be sniffing things, looking at stuff, checking things out, walking ahead of me, just dog things, which is, I always find super important. And peeing, apparently. So her easy command is one of minimal expectations. So when I first get started, we get out of the car, we potty, and then I usually put her in a sit so that she kind of settles and relaxes a little bit. And then I give her the command that I want. So in this case, it's easy, which means, again, just don't pull on the leash, don't lag behind me, don't be a fool, trying to run and chase birds or bark at other dogs. But for the most part, it just means be kind of relaxed on the leash, but you can walk ahead of me, you can sniff things, you can look at things. Now, the disclaimer with this is really important, and I find that a lot of owners or maybe even other dog trainers kind of miss this. So while it is important for your dog's biological fulfillment to do dog things and check things out, sniff, pee, eat grass, roll in it, right? Our dog also has to have really solid leash skills and expectations first. So I don't teach my dogs this kind of walk until I know that their high and tight heel position is solid. And so what I mean by this is all of my dogs know and understand their heel command, nose and toes as I like to call it. So I don't want my dog to learn, okay, well sometimes I get to walk out ahead and sometimes I need to have some freedom, and sometimes I can't. And remember, consistency is what kills dog training. Consistency is what kind of kills habit and behavior. So if we're not consistent with our rules and expectations, then our dogs don't really know what they are not allowed to do. So my dogs all know and understand heel position first and can do that really consistently before I give them the opportunity to have an easy walk. So we're just going to talk a little bit about why this is important. So our dogs need mental work and stimulation. That's super important. But also at the same time, not only do they need to have this work, but they also need to have some enjoyment in their environment for their biological fulfillment. So allowing them to sniff kind of lets them sort of read the paper and relax. But then we go back to working so that they can be more balanced and fulfilled. We can work on our engagement in different environments. And let's face it, a well-trained dog is a happy dog and a happy owner. But we also need to give our dogs a little bit of an opportunity to rest and relax and, engage with their environment as well, but under certain rules and stipulations. And that to me is always super important, that we're creating a balanced energy and balanced relationship with our dog. All right, so our expectations have to be very, very clear and solid for our dog. So I don't give them that full leash freedom until I know that their heeling command and heeling position is really, really solid. So if we're not consistent with our dog training, that's where our dogs aren't really sure, clear of their expectations. And then that's what causes a lot of frustration for us, but also our dogs as well. I don't always want to have to micromanage my dogs. So I teach them one thing at a time. So I teach them that super solid heel position first of nose and toes, at my side, at my pace, stop and sit when I stop, and be engaged with me. And then once I know that they can handle that, and they can do that very clearly and consistency in all environments. So not just at our house or in our neighborhood, not just at one other place, but they show me that they can do that no matter where we go, then I can start giving them that easy command. And so all of my dogs have 2 heel commands. One is that really nice solid heel position, and then the other one, easy, is our more free position. So then I can allow my dog to do, things on the leash that don't require all of that like super solid engagement. And this is where I feel like people fall short. They give their dog all kinds of freedom on the leash, and that's where pulling and behavioral issues like reactivity kind of come into play, whether it's with other dogs or people, squirrels. And I just watched somebody basically take a header into a dumpster last week because their dog was so into all the birds and the squirrels. And that really sucks for that owner. It sucked to watch it. But I teach my dogs the heel position first because it's always easier to give them more freedom. It's definitely more difficult to give my dog all the freedom and then go backwards and try to lock it down with that heel position. And then that's where I find that the dogs start trying to pull or take advantage of their owners. So in this case, my dogs all can go from their tight heel position and command, which in Snitch's case is walk, and then she can go to her more free heel command, which is easy, and she can go back and forth depending on when I need it. So this is an extremely important thing that I feel like we should all really try hard to do with our dogs. It's always so much easier to give our dog all the freedom first, and then it's much more difficult to go backwards and fix those habits and behaviors, especially when they start to get really frustrating and annoying for us. So be consistent, show your dog exactly what they want, start in lockdown mode first, meaning the higher level of expectations, and then go and make it easier afterwards, once your dog is a little bit more mature and they can handle all of that. So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek into Snitch's heel, and hope you guys enjoy it. Banana. Good. Snitchy, walk. Good. Walk. Good. Walk. Good. Easy.